So even if it was intended, people have to have to make that decision to become offended. So, that right there really, really just hit me different, is not being addicted to the approval of others, not caring about what somebody thinks, about how you go about doing what you do, especially if you're pouring love, care, you're pouring belief into people, you're pouring belief, a lot of times, just to be like, I like to do things so I can pour belief back into myself. You know what I'm saying? So that, I'm supposed to happen, can just literally be just a life mantra. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be the way I am because
put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. A lot of people, because they can't be successful in your field, the finance field, or they're jealous of the level of success that you have obviously accomplished, right? Mm-hmm. And you have obviously accomplished, right?
Amen.
There are going to be people out there, and they're going to come at you, and they're going to, they're going to have the negative eye, the negative look. You see, a very special person that I've met, and I met some of the top people in the world, as you know. I've corresponded with presidents, popes, dignitaries, kings, queens, royalty. There's a guy that I want to talk about real quick in my closure. His name is Dr. Keith Black. He's a neurosurgeon at Cedars-Sinai. He's a very, very dear friend of mine. And we talked one day when I was making a transition in my growth. And he said, Louis, how do you feel? I said, I feel good. He said, would you like to have a little glass of whiskey with me at the end of the day? I said, well, no, Doc, I'm still working. I got a little more time on the clock. I don't want to do that. But he said, okay, no problem. He said, let me tell you something. When I was going to Michigan State in college, my professor said, don't be a neurosurgeon because it's too hard. And he thought about it. And he said, you know what? What's too hard? I'm smart enough to do this. He became the #1 neurosurgeon in the world. Dr. Keith Black, who's a very good friend of mine.